and welcome back to the channel, everybody. Got a little unboxing for us today. So I've literally just popped open the first little bits. I'm going to open it up now. I'm hoping it's what I think it is. And yes, it is. So get that out of the way. So it's not really so much a review just now. It's just going to be literally an unboxing. But what it is it's by a company called, I'm just going to MHPOWOS, so POWOS, and it is a solar panel. It is a 40-watt solar panel. So I'm going to go over everything that I've got with it here, and kind of what you might want to use it for and how it works. So let's start off by, I'll unzip the bit at the front. And we get a whole bunch of cables. We get a user manual, which we don't need that, no one ever uses them. Clips, which they'll be coming quite essential at some point. We'll be seeing these on the channel. I'm going to be using these for what this is going to be, what I intend to use it for. And then we have, well, the first one's a lightning cable and a C, so that'll be for your iPhone. And then we have, there's going to be this multiple one, which has got, you can see a whole bunch of cables on it there. One plug-in, and then an absolute rake of everything from audio as well. There's audio ones. Okay, interesting. All right, well, let's open the whole thing up and talk about it. It reckons it's compatible with about 99% of generators that you can get. So ideal if you're looking to charge things while you're out, you know, multi-day adventures. So this is it in its entirety. As you can see, it's long, eh? So the idea is, if I go back to those clips, so you have holes, yep, you've got holes at the top, at the bottom. I'm learning as we go, by the way, so everything I'm seeing, we're seeing this in real time. So you attach two clips here, and then you can put it on, say, for example, your backpack, which is my intentions for doing like a 2-day trip, and I want to just charge things up during the day, hang it over your tent. Or equally, if you're doing maybe a couple of days out, where we do quite regularly, we do like 2 trips, and you want a wee bit of charging time in that middle time, you know, over the bonnet of your car or something like that, and let it go. It has three or four output ports. So if I go back to in here, what we have is a DC output, and USB-C output, and a USB-A output as well. What I'll do is I'll overlay certain little bits I'm showing you, but I'll kind of briefly show you at the back here. There's the wee thing there. I reckon it'll, let's say, what I've described there, on the go charging, so you can easily charge your smartphones or tablets and other devices anywhere on the go by literally hanging it off either your backpack or off your car, or if you're bike packing, off a pannier or something like that, you know. Obviously this platform as well for being eco-friendly and cost saving as well, so you utilise clean energy, renewable solar energy, and it, you know, the script that comes with it is compact, lightweight and affordable, and foldable. It's just over 1 kilo, I think it is. So in terms of like for multi-day trips, it's maybe a slightly touch heavy for that kind of stuff, but it's then balancing out on if you're not taking power banks, it's going to charge everything up as well. So like I say, it seems to be perfect for those kind of longer trip hikes, and when you know you're going to have a slightly bigger bag anyway, and you want to make sure that you can get all your charging done. So, you know, for like vloggers and YouTubers and Instagrammers, those kind of things, you're going to really find that pretty helpful. I know personally, if I think back to all the things that I typically take on a trip, I've normally got at least one microphone, at least one camera. So with the camera I'm using right now, I'll then have my phone. I'll then have one drone, sometimes 2 drones, and then on top of that, I often like to take an extra charging pack for doing the overnight footage. So again, that's another charging pack and another camera. So potentially I can have 7, maybe even 8 devices, if I think about my flex tail pump as well, all wanting charged at some point. So being able to do it as a multi-source just seems fantastic. So yeah, I'm going to put this to the test in a few separate videos now. I've got a couple of ideas of what I want to do it with, you know, including a couple of, we'll do a couple of road trips on it where we can set it out and just try it out. You know, I think the beach camp we did a few weeks ago would have been ideal for this, and charging things up all day long. And then we'll maybe pick up a couple of multi-day ones to see how it goes. Just the last thing it's got here on the front, I'll read everything out here and then I'll overlay as you go. It says solar panel is a 24 volt, 40 watt, open circuit voltage, short circuit current. Maximum power you'll get is 19 volts, so that's fairly big. And it reckons the solar energy conversion rate is 23%, which is alright, it'll do the job. It reckons how you should be using it is wherever the sun is, you kind of want your angled at the sun. Angling away from the sun, you won't really get it, so it's not really heat based, it is daylight, and it won't work on rain. So you kind of have to make sure that you're on daylight. It is suggesting sun, so this will be interesting to see if how well it will charge things up on days where it's perhaps like cloudy and sunny. Because let's be honest, in Scotland we don't get a huge amount of sunny days, so this will be an interesting one for the Scottish ones. So like I say, obviously I'm going to keep it back up initially because I don't want to run out of charge halfway through filming things. However, I am intending on taking this out on a couple of trips and using it primarily as its charger, and we'll see how well it works for all the different devices. And at the very least, maybe one of them ones that's quite handy to have in your car for the people who do maybe multi-day trips. You know, I know a few people tend to group their YouTube and their trips together when they have like a long weekend, for example. So having that extra charge within your car rather than the big generators might be what you want. I will have a wee nosy through this just to see if there's anything I've missed out on, and I can add it in to the back. Don't forget, I'm just going to check my wee notes that they gave me. If you use discount code GIFT on the link that I'll have in here, I'll give you 10% off it as well. I think this retail at £65 UK price, this one, and they're a smaller one as well. I went for they gave me a choice of a few to pick from. There was a really massive one. I thought, well, no, I don't need that. That'd be for someone like Yonder Adventures or Colour Explorer, those two. They might want something that big because they do a lot of the car camping things, or putting on like the pickup, for example. This was, I thought, the right kind of size for people who are doing like backpacking type ones, or let's say multi-day hiking type trips, you know, Lake District kind of ones. So yeah, use the link and it'll get you straight on the website, and then take you and gift it your and you'll get 10% off, and then I get a wee cheeky bonus as well. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the slightly different one. We'll be back to normal in the next videos, and like I say, this will be getting used. You will see it pop up a couple of times in the videos as the kind of kit that I've been wanting very well personally. And as I said to you on a previous video, I only ever put stuff on the channel if I think I'm going to actually be using it myself. I would never take something just for the sake of taking it, like the blow up light, for example, we had weeks ago, chill beam. I use it all the time. And so thank you again for watching, and we'll see you in the next proper adventure.